We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. The stakes are high, no we won't fold, because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no we won't fold, because we are unbeatable.
Welcome to the world of Pokemon, and thank you so much for joining us on today's episode of Unbeatable. Oh, it's so nice to see everybody. As we begin today's episode, we are immediately jumping into combat. As if you'll recall, in the last episode, we left off with the four of our party members very confidently staring down three separate feline Pokemon by the name of Persian that were stalking down the road on Route 25 toward them. Currently, there's one in the center of the road that was sort of playing as like the decoy ambusher, while there is one on either side, one on the left and one on the right, that was coming up on the other side. If you'll remember correctly, I believe Tabasco was in the center of the road. I believe Axel and Myrtle were both there as well. I forget if Bonk was with you guys as well, if I remember correctly. As we get into combat, we are immediately going to hit the priority phase, in which we have two things that will happen regardless of fighting. Is we have a quick claw chance, and then somebody else wanted to flag a priority move as of the last episode.
Yes, I have a vacuum wave.
You have a vacuum wave. Let's real quick see if the quick claw is going to go off, because that may... Actually, that won't affect things at all, so we can do the vacuum wave in a second, because Tabasco would still go before Axel. All right. Well, Torie.
Okay.
You're attacking the center Persian, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, let's go. Let's do it.
Whichever one's staring down Tabasco, he's like, don't fucking look at me.
Yeah, the now 2.5 foot tall Lucario.
Yeah. Oh, this is his fighting debut as Lucario. Okay.
Focus, we're being
How the
aggressive.
fuck do I play this game? Oh my god.
So if you remember, if you're doing vacuum wave, it's a special move. You're gonna grab your special die.
Yes. Sorry. My brain, I like totally blanked. That's gonna be a 10.
That's a 10? I forgot to roll, actually. That's what's really funny. That's a 10.
Aaron, if you'll remember, it's a special move, so you need to roll your special defense.
Okay. Upon Tabasco's debut of being a fighting steel type, what does this vacuum wave look like as it hits this Persian square in the mouth?
A steel beam to the face.
I think he's gonna do... He stole a hammer from a Tinkatuff and just That's why it's special. So I think he's gonna try and do the same movements he did as Riolu, but it's gonna be a lot more forceful because he is larger and he has more power behind it. So I think he's gonna do the same sort of like claw, baby shark, open push, but it's gonna skid him back a little bit. Like his feet are gonna drag through the dirt, and the vacuum wave, where before it was more just like a shimmer of the air, it's gonna have more of like an ethereal blue glow to it as it juts out.
It's like infused with aura, sort of like that, like cool blue haze. That's sick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it just strikes into the front of the Persian. The Persian just sent ass over tea kettle. They were real confident going into this, was not expecting to get hit in the mouth with a vacuum wave. With that is going to lead us to Quick Claw. Does the Quick Claw go off?
Yep.
Roll me a d10.
That is a 4.
A 4. I do not believe your Quick Claw goes off. So Axel is going to go at the normal point in turn order, which leads us to... Yes, TJ, you have a finger up.
You need to know how many wounds.
I totally do. And you know what? I forgot to write it down.
It's dead now. That's how
it
died.
It's gone.
Hey, how many wounds does your fighting type move deal to this normal type?
4.
It's
4.
dead now.
Oh, but if it's extra powerful, then it's what? Doubled?
5.
5. Oh, it's just +1.
It's
Okay.
doubled to 5.
Doubled?
You guys heard it here. Remember that math.
Double to 5. Okay. Birdie, you're going to be up next as Team Bonk is going to formation in front of everybody. Where are you guys headed? You've got
Team Bonk in their debut move, I believe, in a battle.
two debut fighting types. Let's go.
Is gonna head straight for the nearest Persian it can reach with 35 feet of movement.
Okay, so either the left or right. Make a choice.
Are any of them wounded?
No, neither the left nor right is wounded yet.
Right.
Right. Okay. Heard.
And they're gonna hit him with a rock smash. What they're gonna do is they're all gonna like roll out towards this thing, and then they create one big stack of Pokemon. They just make a big pillar on themselves by jumping on top of each other, and then they all fall, and the brass who's on top just clarts down on the Persian.
Now let's see if they fucking hit. Roll your physical attack die.
That's an 18 plus 4 is 22.
18? Are you rolling a d20 for these motherfuckers?
Yes.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well that's gonna hit, and
I
it's gonna
was
crit.
juicing like a motherfucker while I was away.
Jesus, I know some of you were trying to get your hands on some vitamins, but damn, alright.
God damn.
And this is a Rock Smash, which is a 2 wound plus 1 because it's stab. That's 3 wounds, and then it's super effective.
What was the total roll that you rolled, by the way?
22.
22, okay. I was trying to see if you would crit or not. Okay.
And then creatures hit by this move have their defense die size lowered by 1 until fainted, returned, or battle end.
Okay, defense die size lowered by 1. Oh, it's now a d4 for that guy. Poor guy. I was all excited
Next
too
one's
because I
gonna
rolled
be
a
a
6
crit.
and everything,
Let's
and
go.
I was like, oh yeah, I rolled a really high defense die. Fuck you. Now it's time for all 3 Persians to go, which is very cool. Let's see here. There's a steel type in front of them, so that won't do anything. Oh my god.
Yeah, get fucked,
Damn.
stay fucked.
Yeah, actually, like, no, but like for real. Actually, I think throwing out a Lucario really fucks these guys as kit. TBH.
Yeah. Do you want this to end faster? I just realized I had Mach Punch but didn't use it.
Damn. Okay, so as we get into it, for the first one, for the center one, it's gonna get up, roll back to its feet, and it's just gonna start bounding. But cats forever sly are actually it's gonna sidestep Lucario, and it's gonna come around to the side, and it's gonna go for somebody who doesn't deserve it. So I'm gonna roll to see which person is gonna not deserve it.
For someone who doesn't deserve it is
Somebody who
crazy.
doesn't deserve it. Interesting. Kenna, can you say evens or odds?
Odds.
Odds? Okay. So, Axel.
Sorry.
So, Seth, as this Persian bounds up, you're gonna see that its little like red gem in the center of its forehead starts to like glow with like an off brown light. You go ahead and roll special defense for Axel.
What do I need?
What do you need? You need a 11.
So 4 does not meet that.
So 4. Did you add your rank and everything?
Oh yeah, I rolled a d4 and then added my rank, which was 3
Oh.
to get 4.
Oh no.
Foreshadowing for several
Axel
episodes
and
from
I
now.
were just
Once-
talking.
Foreshadowing.
You guys had this whole battle situated. He didn't do his quick call, so he was just like, I'm like, yeah, man. Yeah.
And that's just
Hey,
like
they'll
just
take care
chatting
of
with you, and he's looking at you, Seth. Is that moment where you see just a perfectly spherical pebble just fucking knock him across the
Yeah, I'm
chin?
like, that's important. Hey, you should get back to the. Oh god.
Throwing rocks.
Oh no!
He's gonna go ahead and he's gonna take 3 rock type wounds from the power gem that just strikes him across the chin.
Damn.
Ow.
The left Persian sort of disappears into the bushes there. It is going to be considered heavily obscured in the bushes
Yeah, run
itself.
away.
So if you're going to try and fight it from a distance, it's gonna get some bonuses to its defense. The right Persian, the one that's been struck by Team Bonk, is going to go ahead and it's going to attempt a play rough on Team Bonk. Can you please roll me a physical defense die?
I can.
Up.
That is a 7 plus 4 is 11.
It's 11. I have rolled a 4 plus 5, which is a 9. So that is not going to do anything. At this moment, it's going to swing with its paws, both glowing bright pink. What's the defense look like?
They've just hit the ground from their big pillar attack move, and then quickly, all in perfect choreographed unison, like tuck in and roll into formation, and then they form a phalanx with their shields.
Fuck yes. Let's go.
That's accompanying any move they do, I feel like. Easily.
For sure. That's how they
You
keep
just hear
going.
links, links,
fucking
links, links, links.
That's so funny.
Okay, with that, we're gonna roll into Myrtle. It's gonna be Myrtle's turn.
Ooh, that's a lot going on. All right. I feel like this is what happens with Myrtle. So Myrtle sees everything that's going on, kind of pauses, watches everybody go off. As the vacuum wave goes off from Tabasco, because it's a bit more powerful, I feel like it kicks up a bit more dirt and dust from the road.
Okay.
And Myrtle breathes in at the wrong time and sucks in all that dust and dirt and is like, and then turns away from her group to try to shield them from this sneeze that's about to come out. And Myrtle is going to water spout the hidden.
The hidden one. Okay. So you are going to take a
Wow.
-3 penalty to attempt to hit this one.
Okay, we're gonna try
Okay.
it anyway.
Okay. Go for it. I will
Okay.
roll special defense.
Oh, dang it. Okay, I rolled a 7 on my D8.
I didn't
so
roll
7,
great, I'm going to be honest.
7 plus rank, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. -3 is gonna be 9?
9. With my 3 plus 5, I'm coming in at an 8. So, what does that
There
look
you
like
go.
as the cat in bushes that Myrtle cannot see, and she just uses her strongest move out the bat?
So, yeah, she turns and she goes, achoo! And it just shoots this water spout straight into the bushes, and I feel like it just obliterates the bush and anything that's in it.
You see the fucking Persian with it. How many wounds
Yeah.
is that going to be?
So, it's normally 6 wounds, plus stab is 7, plus her mystic water that she's holding is 8.
Yeah, it is. Get him, babe!
That's disgusting.
It didn't like flatten the grass, it just sheared it off like a blade.
Jesus Christ.
It's like a water laser, guys.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's like
The pressure
a water
washer.
And then, like,
laser.
once she sneezes, you know how you, like, have to close your eyes when you sneeze? I feel like she looks back up and is rubbing her nose and is like, okay, and then squares up to start fighting whoever else is in front of her.
Jesus fucking A. Tabasco has already used his turn because he went during priority, so it is now going to be
Yep.
Axel's turn after getting slugged in the chin by a rock.
Okay, I believe he is going to. I think he's going to go for and try and help out Team Bonk, and is going to try and hit them with a brick break. Hit the is it
Hit the one
left?
that's in front of Team Bronk with the brick break? Yeah.
Their left, our right.
Yeah, that's going to be the right
team.
one.
Yeah, we're gonna go for
Yeah.
that one.
Okay. Fuck yeah, absolutely. That's physical. So, and this is the lower defense one because Bonk hit them with the
Yeah.
rock smash.
Really,
you want
I just need
Team
any
Bonk-
advantage to roll.
If you want, Team Bonk will form a platform for Axel to stand
For
on.
Axel to go up.
That's sick. That's
Yeah.
so cool.
Axel joins in with him. He's like,
That's
step.
so
Okay.
funny.
That is going to be a 7 to hit.
It was my turn to roll a 1 on my D4.
Let's go! The curse is lifted.
Aw.
Okay, so
you got the stepping stones. What's that look like?
yeah, so I think as he's running towards them, I think one of the Team Bonk members turn and see, and they kind of like push, kind of like a pendulum, hit one of their other members in front of them, and they're like, turn, and like make the little steps, and so he's like, and then just comes down with the power of fighting and revenge, of just being like, I was hurt and I was in the middle of an important conversation. Now I forgot what I was talking about.
How many wounds is that?
So that's 3 wounds of fighting, but because it's fighting, and it's now stab. I need to mark that. So it should be
because he's
doing
a fighting
5.
type. 5? Jesus, we now have 2 different Pokemon marked at 8 wounds.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
It turns
Hell
out the
yeah.
safest spot was to be in the center of the road because the 2 fuckers who were flanking.
Shouldn't
her-
that be 9? Didn't I do? Because
You told me it was 3.
I have 3, but it's
Oh,
fighting
with a
type move.
stab? Oh shit. Okay, so
No,
with that,
the 3 was with stab, but it's a fighting type move, which a normal
Yep.
type should be weak to.
Okay. So then, with that, as he gets this brick break in, he's gonna fucking take out this Persian. Do you have any additional
That's
narration on that
funny.
one?
Yeah, I think we'll change it a bit. As the stack kind of went up, he had grabbed one of the what is it, the top brass of Team Bonk?
Yeah.
And just grabbed that as like a boxing glove.
Top
for his
Grab the brass. He's indignant.
Remember the brass has that big ass spike on
Yeah.
it.
Ooh.
That's wild.
He's grabbed him by the
That's
spike and he's just
so
swinging him like a
funny.
mace.
That's so
Damn.
funny.
And then Axel
Okay.
walks back over to Seth and is like, just keeps going back to his conversation.
So as I was saying,
As I was rudely interrupted, actually.
We get back to the end of the turn. We go back up to priority. Let's see if Quick Claw goes off. And did anyone want to declare any other priority moves?
If Quick Claw doesn't go off, he's gonna mock punch.
Okay. DJ, are you declaring any priority moves?
Yeah, maybe I'm gonna vacuum wave again. I'm feels
Myrtle,
like
Myrtle
You got a
immediately
7?
covers her
Okay.
mouth.
Okay, so with a 7 on that, the quick call will not go off. So you are gonna, you're still gonna declare a priority move. So it's gonna go Tabasco, then Axel. Tabasco, go ahead and you're gonna evacuate probably the same one you were fighting, the center one.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be like confused why he's getting it back. And he's gonna get frustrated and go, fine, I'll just do it again, and do like a cute little spin move, crow hop thing, and then and then really like grind his feet in, and bam.
Dude, he's doing the full
again.
fucking. Let's go. All right,
9 on the die plus my rank.
9 on the die. Yeah, I rolled a total of 10.
Is
5
4.
plus 5. So
Okay.
there
Yeah.
you go.
For some reason, I could not think of the number 13.
What's it look like as you take the center one out? This is the one that just smacked Axel.
Yes.
So then on top of the frustration of his move pushing him back a little bit, he's gonna kind of make like a kind of face when he sees Axel pound. Wait, did the Persian pound Axel, or did Axel pound the Persian?
I'm talking about the one that hit Axel in the mouth with the fucking rock. At the,
Oh,
at the
got
big,
it. Okay.
yeah.
So
Don't throw rocks at my friends.
yeah, basically, gonna see Axel like do his thing, get hit by the rock, and he's gonna go, oh hell no, and really put his oomph behind it.
All right, fuck yeah, and that's gonna
Love
go
to see
ahead
it.
and that's gonna mark this one at 10 wounds,
Another
which knocks
4.
it out.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is also knocked the fuck out, which means that coming into Axel's turn, there is one Persian left, and it's the motherfucker still laying in a puddle of water across the way.
How many wounds is that
We
one
should
at?
just let that one go.
It's marked at 8.
Keep it as a witness, warn all the other Persian not to fuck with us.
Tell the other Persian what you saw.
Right. I mean,
me.
is there a chance
I've
it'll
got
run
the
away?
power of Squirtle
I
and
think that
anime
I'm
on my
gonna-
side.
I think that I'm gonna go ahead and give an executive decision and say yes. If you choose not to take it out, I'll still count it as defeated.
Yeah, I think what's gonna happen is as it's laying on the ground and Axel's still talking to Seth, he's gonna be like, "Eh," and then just look at the Persian, and then just try and force through its mind. It's like, I could be over there in 2 seconds. You should go. Please
He
leave.
just flinches at him.
And then adds a little.
Don't think you got the facilities for that, big man.
Yeah, for real.
I think you got the facilities for that.
Pack it up.
That's funny.
Okay, fuck yeah.
yeah. So it's
All
a
right,
mock
well-
taunt. Is what
Mock
that-
taunt. That's awesome. That's really good,
Mock taunt at
actually.
Mock speed. That's so funny.
2 for flinching, but that'd knock you out, so I'm not gonna do that.
Yeah, it's gonna roll out of its puddle and just tuk, 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 away. It's just gone. Its 2 friends are there, knocked out. But as we get to the end of that, I believe it's time for me to calculate experience real quick.
Yay!
Let's see, divided by 4. All right, each of your Pokemon gets 750 EXP, guys. Good job. Yay!
Yay!
Dope. As you guys finish that battle, I will remind you all that it is mid-afternoon on Route 25. The air is sort of balmy and calm. And you guys know that if you continue to travel for the next hour or so, you will eventually hit the lighthouse you've been traveling to.
Wow.
But it's up to you guys now. As we've moved the Persians off to the side, one of them's got the fucking like anime like head egg from where it got spiked in the goddamn head.
Oh, buddy.
It now matches the brass that hit it.
Yeah.
At that point.
We got a little Meowth band-aid that we put on.
You just take your thumb and you shove it down, like in a cartoon where it just goes drunk,
Yeah.
and it goes
Pops up in another spot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just keeps.
Yeah, but that is going to leave you guys with the end of our afternoon encounter.
Back on the road.
As you guys continue to move, we are getting closer to the sun setting, and given that the storms of the day are still to the west of you, even though the sun hasn't set yet, you lose its light relatively quickly. Because even though on Route 24 and 25, the storms have not pushed this far, it is still constantly on the horizon. It's sort of this like ominous reminder of like, that's a thing that's in the distance that we know about and are probably going to have to deal with at some point. On that note, can I get an int roll from Seth, please?
What do I want to roll for this? What die do I want to roll? The one that it's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's the
I was
one
gonna
that it
say
has
your
to be.
int
I was
one.
like, am I gonna have another player just fucking making up numbers and giving them to me?
Anyway, 10.
10? 10's pretty good. That uneasy feeling in your mind hasn't gone away that you started feeling earlier today.
Mm-hmm.
And you're still not sure what's going on with it. But
Yeah.
it feels different. But as we begin to travel and you've lost a lot of the light for the day, the sky kind of takes off that like deep blue of going into night, but not quite black in the night yet. The stars are starting to come out. The moon is up tonight. And traveling through, you can sort of just continue to hear the crashing of the waves nearby in Cerulean Cape, where you guys are headed to. And even looking off to the side of the route, you can see that river that you've been following has now led out into an open delta that is now starting to mix with the entirety of the ocean, and you can see the water coming up in big waves. Every once in a while, you'll see sea life of some kind poking their head out. You'll see like a starmy or a crabby just sort of like coming off the waves. It's really fucking peaceful, which is very different than what you guys have been dealing with go for almost 3 months now. You guys are a week away from having traveled for 3 months.
Oh my god.
So anniversary's coming up, guys.
Yeah, anniversary. But eventually, at the end of the cape, you do see that there's a brilliant white-yellow glow that begins to sort of at the end of the cape. Someone has turned on the lighthouse for the evening.
Nice.
And you'll see the spotlight sort of scope all the way around in every direction. And as it gets even colder in the evening, a fog wall is going to start to come in on the ocean. Not quite hitting the shore yet, but you can see the light sort of scope across the fog wall, and it creates this really ethereal, beautiful effect as you're traveling. Eventually, the lighthouse itself does come into view. You can see that it is this like very classical sort of like white blue tower with this like spiraling pattern on the outside of it, maybe 3 to 4 stories tops. And even those of you who, I mean, I don't think besides Seth, any of you have been here, because DJ, I don't believe when you came through, you made it this far north last time. Even if you haven't been here, the tower's been on the news many times. Bill seems interviewed probably once a month, easily. Even in his early retirement, the guy still seems to be a relevant part of the world. But as you make your way up the road, there's a small trail that leads off the road up to a set of maybe 3 or 4 steps that lead up to a front door with a little porch light on it and a little doorbell next to it.
Bill knew that we were coming, right, guys? Like, he's expecting the delivery of the bikes? I just realized it's it's evening.
Probably. Sure,
We should be fine, right? Okay.
With it being more of a rocky terrain, Seth's doing the acrobike thing of doing a little bunny hop to go up the little rocky
Oh my
things.
lord.
I think it would be weirder if my delivery driver showed up at my house and was like, "It's late," and then camped outside.
Very fair. Very fair.
I'll wait for the morning, actually.
That's
Guys, this
so
Amazon
funny.
policy is wild.
Oh my god. I'm imagining someone with your burger just sitting outside being like, it's kind of late.
I'll catch you one morning.
They want
You know,
morning
I'll
pizza.
catch you
We'll give them morning pizza.
But I'll go up to the door and I'll ring the doorbell once and then knock 3 times.
Okay, you ring the doorbell once, and on your second knock, you hear, "Coming!" And you kind of
Come
pause
in?
for a second. No, I'm on my way.
You said
And
you
the
said to
voice-
come in? Okay.
And the voice you hear, the reason you gives you pause, Seth, is it is not Bill's voice. It is a lot younger and higher pitch of a voice than you would hear at Bill's house. Off the top of your head, you're like, Bill has siblings, but I don't think I've ever seen one of Uncle Bill's siblings at the actual tower. They normally just come into Cerulean for a day. And the door kind of pops open. All of you guys went up with Seth at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door pops open, and as it does so, ooh, give me charm rolls to see, everybody but DJ. Give me charm rolls to see if you would recognize this person, because they look a bit different.
But DJ.
Everybody but DJ. Okay.
Everybody
What do you
but
mean,
DJ.
but DJ?
What do you mean? by
DJ,
that?
you haven't met this person yet.
No.
Can I roll anyway?
Yeah, sure. But I won't give you anything, but I'll let you roll if you want to roll a die.
Okay.
Okay.
Coryne rolled a 7.
7, and then 11 from
11.
Birdie? 11, okay.
I also rolled an 11.
We got 2 7-11s?
I'll
Guys,
trade
this
with
is a
Torie.
great evening.
Well, truth, Matt.
You know what, Torie? You rolled an 11. I'm going to give a +1 to Matt and Kenna. Both of you guys got 8s now.
Yeah.
Yeah. because I took your 11 and I split
I
it
like
into
that. Yeah.
yeah. This is the fun bit. Ultimately, you guys all rolled more than a 6, which is what I need you to roll more than. Coryne, you and the person behind the door are both very surprised as you see your good friend Nels just standing in the doorway, looking very surprised. To describe for anyone who doesn't recall this individual, or for those of us who may not have met them, you see sort of a mask-presenting, but slightly more on like the androgynous scale, very skinny, like lithe person. On the shorter end, pale, higher cheekbones, sort of like smaller button nose, close to bowl haircut going on, wearing a larger oversized hoodie. And immediately he sort of goes, "Whoa."
What are you doing? Is Noah here?
Yeah, he's... And then you hear in the background, "Are the bikes here yet?" From the background, as you hear Noah's voice sort of echo, and you see like this like dude with like a bit shorter but like a bit more like stout, with like a flannel tossed over a t-shirt, walking up, big like joyous presence, and he kind of stops and he goes, "Whoa!" And it's that moment of like,
Coryne grabs them both into a hug immediately, just in the house, just
just grabs both of them. They both seem kind of shook, but Noah immediately sort of like grabs like deeper into the hug and sort of like goes, "Oh, it's so good to see you, and it's good to see you guys too."
Coryne gets out of the way.
It's fine.
The hesitation, again. Like he's definitely trying to play it off. He's definitely forgotten your guys' names at this point. And
That's
honestly,
okay. DJ's gonna introduce herself to everybody, so it doesn't matter.
DJ, the thing that you see is it seems like he's like a little fuzzy on remembering the other members of this group and doesn't know if you were in the original group that he met or not. Is sort of the vibe.
There was definitely a
get.
fourth one, but I don't remember.
No, what a great time to
Much
see.
shorter.
So long since you saw all 4 of us. It's wild.
Yeah, it's so good to see you guys too.
But they remember that ass whooping.
Okay.
All right.
DJ's gonna lean over to Seth and just be like, "How do you guys know everybody?"
Yeah, we just kind of run into a bunch of people.
These are my friends from Palette. This is sorry, hang on. Really quick, once again. Noah, Nels, Seth,
Hi, nice to meet you.
Gavin.
Yep.
DJ.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Hi. We battled you guys during coming out of Palette. I did not expect to run into you guys here. And Nels pops up and goes, "No, I didn't think we were gonna see you guys till like, I don't know when we were gonna see you, but we didn't expect to see you just in the middle of nowhere."
I mean, this is, I think, a pretty prominent like
Can I get a
stopping point
vibe
for some
check?
people.
Sure, yeah, Birdie, go ahead and roll me an empathy roll, because this is vibes. Yeah, this is just like what the emotions coming off these people are.
It's not the hottest roll. Plus
28
4 is that's a 10.
Okay, 10. With a 10, the emotions coming off of these guys is definitely like, whoa, we're kind of stun locked of like, holy shit. We probably haven't seen anyone in several days, let alone expecting our friend to just randomly show up in the middle of fucking nowhere. Because you guys got to remember that, like, even though Bill is very famous, making the pilgrimage out to his house is not necessarily something that everybody does. You guys happen to be in a position of privilege where you guys' rookie year, you're pretty strong. Those 3 Persians might have fucked up a lot of other first years. You know what I mean?
Get that.
Yeah.
And there's more than that on Route 24 and 25. So it is that thing of they're like, oh, these are people we know who have just shown up in the evening.
What brought you guys here to the lighthouse?
Oh, well, and it was actually surprisingly for you, Coryne, it is Nels who speaks up first. He goes, well, we had basically, we know, Bill through Professor Oak and everything, and when we got stuck at the Cerulean gym, we wanted to come somewhere where maybe we could learn some stuff and maybe help for a little bit, and that was a month ago, and we've just been helping out around here for the last month because, well, it's kind of dangerous to be traveling, and honestly, he seems to need the help.
What does he need the help with?
Oh, he's upstairs working on some projects right now. I don't know how much we're supposed to say. And Noah goes, yeah, I mean, I can go get him right now. That's fine. He's just kind of working on stuff. What are you guys doing out here?
We are here to deliver your bikes.
Yeah, you guys pull them out, and it now, Coryne, suddenly makes so much sense as to the color scheme and the 2 bikes that are.
I thought Bill just wanted 2
so
bikes.
funny. That's so good.
And you see, there's a moment where there's like big excitement, and I was like, and Noah's like, "Oh, that's a fucking good-looking bike! Holy shit!" And he sort of like picks it up, and he does the thing where like he's like, "How do I open this thing?" Because it's still in its collapse mode. He's like, "How do I open this thing?"
There should be a lever.
And
lever.
then you right
Holy shit!
in the house. Okay, right.
Well, I'm not gonna set it down.
It's unlucky.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not like an umbrella. It's unlucky to open it.
Only if you hold it over your head. It's okay.
Lifts the bike.
Hey, so when we get out of here, we're gonna be zooming. Empathy check, Coryne.
Oh, when you get out of here, what do you mean?
They're trapped.
Too bad y'all didn't get one of these bad boys. And DJ rings the bell on her Razor scooter. Bring, bring, bring.
I got a 9.
You know Noah and Nels well enough to where when you see Noah like suggest that, you see Nels kind of like there's a momentary expression, half a second of like I don't agree with something that was just said, but it immediately is like masked and gone. There's some disagreement happening around that subject. You don't know what the disagreement is.
What Noah just said was, when we get out of here, we're going to be zooming.
Yeah, correct. But that is something that you catch because he's childhood friends of yours and you know them very well. To anyone else in this room, you wouldn't have caught it because Nels on his own doesn't make a ton of expressions as he is. He's very much vermilion coded in the way of like, but much more in an I'm shy and scared, and less in the like Vermilion just doesn't know how to talk to people because Vermilion's autistic coded.
Not like my grandpa makes ballistic missiles.
Makes really big guns.
It's a whale gun that beats people
He's a
up.
weapons manufacturer.
Oh my god.
Wait a second. You see there's a pause and Noah like turns, and because Noah also doesn't seem to have caught that. Noah turns and like looks at Gavin and goes, "You're the fucking you're Gavin Newman, right?"
Yeah, we've met.
Yeah. I remember we met, and that's what I rememred you off of
Earlier,
But-
when I said my name was Gavin.
Earlier, when I
No, I just remembered. I think I saw a clip of you earlier today.
Oh.
Yeah. There was like you were dealing with some like controversy at like the Celadon gym.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the leader of the Celadon gym is a bit of a raging nutcase.
Okay. Yeah, that's not. I mean, I hear that, but like, how bad?
If you just like kind of get in and get out and don't say much, you're probably fine. Don't say anything along the lines of, "Oh, I'm not super into like gardening and stuff."
Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna sweep that gym. Don't worry. I'm gonna destroy. It's fine.
Yeah, I'm
Really?
saying.
Did I tell you? I decided to specialize.
Into?
I mean, come on, I gotta be with my main man. Come on, Diesel! And he kind of sort of like throws his ball out. He throws a Pokeball out, and you see that
You didn't say it with that much vigor last time. I'm proud of you.
I mean, hey, he's very excited. The ball explodes, and it is still a Growlithe that you see standing there, with mostly black patterning versus the normal orange that is dominant. But he looks a lot bigger and a lot stronger than the last time you saw him. You can see that, like, standing there, Diesel on his own looks like he's probably around the median power level of most of your guys' teams.
Holy shit!
He looks
I'll take it.
great. His like coat is perfectly like combed out. All of his like undercoat is gone at the moment, coming out of winter, so he's getting into his like spring and summer coat. His nails are groomed, his teeth are cleaned, and his eyes are like sparkling at this point with energy. He's like,
Oh my
yeah, and then
gosh.
I caught another guy coming over Mount Moon, and he pulls out a ball and tosses it. Come on, Cole. And at that moment, another flash
I
of
love
red
fossil
light,
fuels.
and another orange
Growlithe.
Pokemon drops to the ground.
Oops,
This one's
Growlithe.
about 4-ish feet tall. Bright orange scales, bipedal with three white claws on either hand, and a like reptilian snake, almost dragon-like head. As you do hear it, Charmeleon. as it drops, and it immediately like scrapes its claws together in like an intimidating fashion.
Okay, whoa.
All right.
Pump the brakes. Pump the brakes.
Slow
on
your
that.
roll.
As you slow your roll, it gives you like a sly like look, like a
Myrtle takes a
Like-
step behind Coryne.
Myrtle, you're the water type.
Myrtle would wreck this bitch. Get it?
Oh my god, Myrtle would destroy this motherfucker.
It's intimidating.
But yeah, I've been
moves.
specializing, so I was curious about the
That we
the
use
grass
already
type
today.
gym, given that if the gym leader sucks, how much I want to actually talk to her.
She
Oh.
probably won't be a fan of your team, especially with the names you've given them.
Oh my god.
Easily.
Ooh.
I
So
mean,
I'd
Cole
say
used
get
to
in
be
and get
plants,
out, personally.
you know?
So funny.
Okay.
Oh my
yeah.
god.
It's
But,
all about the environment, so whatever you can do to brush up
That's
on your
funny.
like on any arguments that put you in that favor.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm not planning on going necessarily the influencer route, so I'm not worried about the internet stuff. It's just how much she doesn't like me.
That's right. She'll just give you a hard time and like,
Mhm,
yeah.
mhm.
Otherwise,
Okay. Well, it's getting kind of late. Do you guys want me to check with Bill if you guys just want to stay the night? It's getting kind of. It's kind. And you see like the lookout of like it's kind of dark outside.
Yeah, obviously we weren't expecting you two to be here. It's so good to see you guys, but we were, yeah, we could.
Oh,
we could
you were
check in
actually
with Bill.
coming. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Uncle Bill.
You Seth just like kind of yells up the thing and he goes. There's like a pause and you're duk, 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 of like it's like thumping on the ground, but you also hear like the flat like slap of flip flops.
Yes.
Oh
And
house
no.
You see? Is that my nephew? You hear coming down the down the fucking stairs as you see this like skinny older white dude, like maybe like mid 40s. Normally, every interview you've ever seen this man, he's put together. He is suave. He's got like his like golden hair sort of like brushed back. Right now, hair is in every direction. His face is like 3 or 4 days unshaved. He has like a t-shirt on under a lab coat. He's wearing a pair of shorts and flip-flops right now. And he goes,
Albert Einstein
it's
looking
good to
motherfucker.
see you. And he goes over and he goes, oh, you're
It's a
so
little Seth coded.
tall now. And he
a
like,
little bit. I was gonna say the
taller than
outfit's the same.
he's like 5'8".
This is the Super Smash Bros. Alternate coloring.
Yeah.
But as he's there, he's like, what are you doing? Oh, I see you've already met my guests. What are you guys doing up? Wow,
We
there's
were
a lot of you. Holy shit.
delivering bikes, and then these are my friends that I've been doing the gym circuit with.
Oh, you did the gym circuit
Against
this
my
year.
will, yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Keep
against
waving.
No, not against his will.
Well,
No,
hi,
I was
nice to
With
meet you.
encouragement.
A lot
Yeah.
of encouragement, yeah.
Gavin
but-
says, right.
Roll
With
call,
strong
team.
encouragement.
Roll call.
Gavin Neiman.
Okay, we usually do it better than this. Sorry.
Oh, Coryne
but-
Willows.
Oh, I thought you were. Oh, hi, I'm DJ. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet all of you. Anybody that Seth brings around is welcome here.
We've never practiced this before, Seth.
You
What the-
guys are.
What do you
I
mean
expected
better
more.
than this?
Why did you show up? I mean, you're always welcome here, Seth. But why are you showing up at like it's almost 10? What are you doing?
It's not easy to bike all the way over here. We had to deliver these bikes. And we
Oh,
left,
also
like,
my clock
in the
is
middle
so
of the day.
far off.
Oh,
I was like
well,
10.
Something like 6
Jesus.
p.m. Yeah.
I really thought it was so. It's getting dark so early these days. I really thought it was way later.
You should
Yeah.
fix that.
Well, my sleep schedule is just so off right now. There's so much to do, so much to see, so much to look at. So it's crazy. Little bit of knowledge on Bill as a character. Seth, you would have this knowledge, and I feel like at some point over the last couple days, this knowledge may have gone to the rest of the crew as you've been traveling and you've been specifically on your way here. Bill himself is a brilliant science guy. He's not quite a formally trained scientist, but he is a self-educated man who has impacted the world in a lot of ways, including creating the Pokemon storage system and the ability to digitally, hold Pokemon. That is his invention. He's worked with a lot of different inventors across the world on a lot of different projects. He's also known as something of a Pokemon maniac in that he loves rare Pokemon and studying them and figuring things out about them. But he's not a professor and he's not a formal scientist. he very much holds the role of, he has the like perfect mix of, he has a scientific knowledge and a charisma to be able to communicate to an audience, but he's the science guy. But knowing that, with this sort of like knowledge of, he seems like really hyperfixated right now, like more than you would expect at this moment, given that he's a science guy. He more reminds you, honestly, like Coryne, he more reminds you of like Professor Oak's best days of just like getting deep in the lab. DJ, you've seen both of your dads have very similar modes whenever they're like building something or working on something on the ranch. He is like, he's got like the wide pupils, like ready to go, just like he's been moving. Definitely has not been on a regular sleep schedule sort of thing. So if there's any follow-up questions or comments, Seth or anybody else that you want to make, I'm just tossing that information to you guys.
What are you currently researching feverishly?
That thing. And he points out the window, and the giant fucking storm strip that's still across the way, even in this like off blue night sky, you can still see, because there's still the occasional flash of white and purple off in the distance.
Interesting.
Yeah, ever since that thing showed up, I've just been going and going and going. It's been 3-4 weeks of just studying.
4 weeks.
I'm just studying.
That's bad.
Has my mom or dad talked to you recently?
What's recently? He kind of like
Oh my
pats
God.
at his he kind of pats at his pockets, and then all of you see a very familiar interaction happen. As he sort of like pats at his pockets, he's looking for it, and then you hear a tuk, 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 tuk of like a set of 4 legs like tuk, 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 down the way behind him. As you hear as his phone is handed to him by a small Eevee in a very similar manner to another individual you know that you can't quite figure out who that might be like.
Looking at you, Gavin.
Yeah, so
Yeah. Always give fucking Prince my phone.
Oh, thank you. All right. I think the last thing was your mom sent me a text about heading to a rocket base of some kind, like south of Pallet.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
It's been some time since then.
Whoa, that's been a
Can
minute.
you check the date on that? That was like 2 months ago.
January 20 something.
Damn.
What's today?
April 5th.
Okay. Got it.
Which would mean...
We've done a
4
lot.
months. Holy shit.
Cool. Bowie, can you text my mom and just ask if I can update Uncle Bill on the situation? And then have
Jarvis, text my mom.
Rock.
Thank you.
That happens, and he goes,
Yeah,
well,
Jarvis,
anyway,
text my mom.
while we're waiting on that text message, can I show you guys what I've been working on?
Hell yeah.
Sure.
Crazy. Okay, come on. All of you, come on.
Do you want to take a shower beforehand? Just,
No, I'm good. And you see he just pulls like a speed stick out of like one pocket and just like goes.
this guy's
The
impressed.
speed stick.
And he fucking, and you see his little flip flops up the stairs. And Nels kind of looks at you guys and goes, I told you, he's been needing a lot of help lately. We have to convince him to eat.
Like personally.
That makes sense.
Whatever he's working on must be
Concerning.
cool. Let's go see.
It's just one of those birds that has the cup of water that like slowly dips every couple hours.
The sippy chicken.
The sippy chicken, yeah.
Yeah, as you guys have
Isn't
the
it
sippy
cool?
chicken conversation going up the
I
stairs,
have one of those.
it is that moment where you're immediately hit with the thrum of electricity as you get to the second floor, and there are just monitors everywhere. They're not monitors hooked up to a computer in the traditional sense, and they're not necessarily displaying videos. They are displaying all kinds of weird sort of like mechanical outputs that you're not even sure what they mean unless you want to make me a tech check if you want.
I will do that.
Anyone who has skill ranks in it can make me a tech check.
Yes.
Oh, never mind.
I do.
Oh,
I
DJ,
just
I'm
have
so
My
good
sorry.
die isn't
intelligence.
good. My die isn't good, but I know I can.
Well, tech is off of education, right?
Tech is education, yeah.
Oh,
Tech is education.
well, okay, I still have good education
Yeah,
anyway.
you have good education.
Those
You're-
are my
you're
two.
smart.
Those are
You're
my
a
two
smart cookie.
top.
Yeah. You're two top.
Explode! That's an 11 plus 5 is 16.
Dang,
16.
I
I
rolled
never
13.
succeed on tech checks.
13. Okay, so
That's
you
my
guys are gonna
thing.
get separate pieces of information. you look over
That's my
Coryne
thing.
and you sort of like honestly dipping a little bit into your water type specialist. You see one of the machines looks like a very advanced, including the readout, looks like a very advanced version of like a hydrometer, like a machine that would measure the amount of humidity in the air at any given time. And it seems to like be outputting to a long monitor to where you can see what the readings for the last like several weeks have looked like across it. And Gavin, as you're sort of like looking over, you with your flying type specialty, look over and you see something that looks like a like high-tech barometer of some kind, like it measures air pressure and atmospheric pressure. And you're reading like the variation in atmospheres over the last several weeks. And something that I would note, because both of you rolled higher than a 10, is this all looks like very professional equipment. Looking at it slightly closer, you realize that it is all hand machined and put together.
Good grief. This man's Tony Stark.
That's
This man
incredible.
has just been sitting in a cave.
He made this in a cave!
With lots of scrap. You look over and you realize that like you don't see like any sort of like branding from any sort of like large like industry that would have made these, right?
Wow.
This is all like hand machined, and some of it still like hasn't been fully cleaned, so like the corners of it, there's still like the little metal like flecks that are like pulled up where they haven't been like cornered out, so they're still kind of sharp.
The burrs.
Yeah, the burrs, that's the word I was looking for. Thank you so much.
got
That's what I
you.
needed. Yeah,
This shit is all run by like an AI Porygon, I'm telling you.
And he kind of goes over and you see that he's like just gotten one big whiteboard and he sort of like wheels it out to the center of the thing. He's like, I think I have enough stools. Wait, there's a bench. Yeah, pull the bench out. Okay. All right. And you see that like there's a collection of like there's a footstool, there's a bar
Coryne
stool.
sits immediately.
What's up, TJ?
Can I sit on the floor and try to lure this Eevee over to me?
Absolutely. Please roll
I
me
just wanna hang
Pokemon
out with it.
handling. Roll me
Priorities.
Pokemon handling, please.
He, she, they.
Oh, you haven't figured it out yet. Well, part of the Pokemon handling will be that.
22.
22. Okay, with a 22,
I added 7 because my badge.
You are
is
this
high.
Pokemon.
I have 3 points in it.
yeah, you kind of grab like the like low, like you know the toolbox stools that are like just like a foot off the ground, but they are a toolbox themselves. You kind of grab that one, slide it over here, the of stuff inside it, and you kinda, you know, you're down, and
It's full of
as
pennies.
it doesn't even take you attempting to go that, you look in the Eevee's direction, and you see she immediately starts to like
Yes!
This is the tax. If you want to visit Bill, you have to give him you have to give the Eevee fussies.
Fussies?
What is
Yeah,
that
'cause
word?
Yeah,
To fuss
fussies.
them.
You guys don't know
To fuss
fussies? Yeah,
them.
yeah, yeah.
No. Like,
Scritchies.
that's-
I call
yeah,
them scritchies.
America versus British. It's fine. I got you, Birdie.
Scritches
You're in California.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I watch, a
Reroll
lot
the
of,
episode.
I watch a lot of UK TV.
Okay, fine. Scritchies.
Okay.
Fussies,
Yeah.
whatever. Lots of
Okay.
chin scritchies, lots of ear scritchies, lots of tummy fussies.
Okay.
Cute.
Okay.
See, I'm inclusive. I'm using inclusive language for the Brits.
So, as sort of like wheels this over, it's like Seth, you've got like a taller, like almost like bar stool. Coryne, there's like a bean bag that you've grabbed. Birdie,
Oh.
you're with Noah and Nels
In
on
it.
like a long bench. Like you guys have all found places to sit. And he sort of like rolls out this whiteboard and he flips it over, and on the back, made out of like, by the way, this is perfect. It's not like rudimentary in any way, but lined out of electrical tape, there is a perfect map of Kanto on the board.
Crazy.
And he takes a dry erase marker and he goes, all right. So basically, what I've discovered over the last several weeks is I don't know what is causing this, but if you look down in this region here, and he sort of like circles the like South Sea underneath, like south of like Celadon, but like north of Seafoam, he sort of circles. Aaron's gonna pull up his notes so he doesn't fuck this up.
Nice.
If you look here, there's this sort of like low pressure, like cold front coming out from the Southern Ocean. And that's been coming up. And that like low pressure system was just kind of there for a couple weeks. But as you know, it causes all kind of its own issues. So there's a lot of like wind and storms and everything sort of coming up from that area. But then if you look here, and he sort of like circles like central Kanto, where there's like a bunch of maps, or a bunch of mountains on the map, and he sort of like circles around it. It's like here there's a high pressure system, but it was also a cold front. So it was two sets of cold air but unfortunately it was a high pressure and a low pressure system. So where those met, there was this sort of like cycloning effect that was starting to happen, but it was over, you know, anywhere where there aren't cities. So there's all these wind vortexes and gusts, and you see he like slams on a space bar that's over to the side, hits it, and then like a video starts to play of like somebody's hand cam of like half a tornado almost funneling down all the way to hit the ground, but it's like over a forest and it's not hurting anything. He's like, and this only upset the wildlife, but that's there. And it was causing issues, but it wasn't bad. And then cut to a couple days ago, right? If you look over here and he sort of circles the east coast of Kanto, there was a low pressure warm front that came in from the east, and now it's settling over Saffron. And he kind of like circles and he colors it in, and that is causing issues here and here. And he sort of like crosses X over each of the fronts. And he's like, and obviously that's, can I get through the lecture, please?
I'm so sorry. Yeah, please, go on.
Yeah, he doesn't like questions.
Coryne at this point is furiously taking notes, and then in the middle of this stops taking notes and just goes,
I know all of this information.
Yeah, and just kind of puts the notebook down.
So
and
this
is like,
occasionally just checking his phone
Ice
constantly.
But as these are coming over, now I think I figured out what's caused it. Right. So if you're familiar, and he leans over and he slaps another space bar on a different keyboard, and there is an image of like an ancient stone tablet that's there. And he's like, if you look at these three, obviously everybody knows the Winged Mirages, but this was the best image I could find with all three of them. And if you look at these, you have Zapdos, Moltres, Articuno. Not in that order. Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. That order. See all three of these. Normally, when these Titans awaken, they keep each other in check, right? Because they cause different weather systems. And there is a bit of chaos, a bit of storms, but nothing crazy happens. You don't get snow in Saffron, right? So you have all three of these. I think what's happened is somebody has woken up two of these three Winged Mirages. And he's
Can I go and open YouTube
that
and
sounds
just
like
get
a
the...
crazy conspiracy to me.
Can I just select a random computer, walk up to it, open YouTube, and just type in the news coverage from Seafoam?
yes.
And he goes, I think somebody's woken them up, but I don't think they've woken up Moltres yet. I think this is Zapdos, and I think this is... When was that?
About a month ago.
So, you don't watch any news?
I've been busy.
Okay,
Bill.
so...
And nobody reaches out to me.
I really think you should talk to my mom. I really think you should talk to my mom.
So this cold front here, that's probably Articuno. This one here is a different... This one here is another ice legendary called Regice.
And
then this one here is probably Zapdos. I wasn't here for that bit, you guys were.
Tablet with Regice on it. So you knew all this.
Yeah, I was waiting for permission to give this information, but I guess we're just doing it with everybody here. I looked to Noah and Nels. We had to get prior information approved.
Noah and Nels are just sitting there like, just like looking like mildly concerned.
Please don't tell anybody about these things.
You tell them it was me that told you if anyone finds out.
Oh, and the person association's so far away from us, so no one will attach me to it. I get it.
So
I get it.
Bill, where did you find this thing, the tablets?
Oh,
Wikipedia.
The old oak was a personal friend of mine, and he also had a bit of an interest with documenting every Pokemon that's ever existed. It's what created the Pokedexes that you carry.
Right.
And I have a lot of old research. I'm probably one of the most knowledgeable person when it regards legends in the world. It's like me and a couple of bad guys and some professors.
And
Any bad guys that you could name?
Not anymore. They're all in jail. Or
That's
dead.
good.
So not like Armand Kingsley.
Who's that?
Cool.
Good.
Never mind.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That means he's not as big of a threat as a bad person.
We don't know that.
No, that means Bill's really disconnected from the world.
You know, two sides to every coin.
But, Well, that wasn't all of my research. There were other things that were happening.
Regardless.
He leans over to
What are the purple
what are you
flashes?
doing? I came over to, I got all excited. Now your friends are just ruining my vibe. What's
Hey,
going on?
I thought I had a process for how I was going to approach this, and then just Gavin started talking. I'm not on the flow of this presentation either. I don't know.
So what, you saw a
It's-
legend and you didn't text me? Kid, come on.
He didn't even
I'd
text
like
his
to
mom,
say-
if that helps.
This is not a thing that you text just because,
You didn't take a
it's-
selfie with it?
To be fair, it's not Seth's fault.
I
So
taught
it
you to
is
take weird
technically-
selfies. They're fun.
Technically, a picture was taken.
Bowie's fault.
And it was on the inside of my eyelids. So just look.
Oh! Hey, come here, and he just sort of like grabs your head and starts to lead you to a machine.
Okay.
Hey, look into this lens. Don't move for like 5 minutes. So,
Can I
basically,
blink?
you can blink. That's fine.
Can I blink?
That's fine.
Okay.
You can blink.
Clockwork
I feel like I'm in a
Orange.
saw trap now.
So, this is not everything I've been working on. What I've really been working on is he pulls a different whiteboard out from underneath.
How many of those do you have?
Hold on, move the
You
presentation. I can't see.
Oh, if you hit that button, it'll pull up the camera feed in there so you can still see. Drink.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you. Okay.
And a little like display in the corner of the thing, so you can see everybody else.
Really thought of everything.
Yeah.
all
As you
Linux
asked that
based.
question, DJ, you see that there's like a rack of like 8 whiteboard and chalkboards in the back of the room.
Yeah,
And he pulls out a different one and he slides the first one back in.
Buys them
And he
both.
goes, so what I have been working on, and he flips it over, and there's like a bunch of just math. It's just math. There is nothing
1 plus 1,
readable
2 plus
to anyone
2,
who doesn't have
3
2
plus 1.
PhDs. It is just gobbledygook. It is
I know
just
most
it is
of these numbers.
nothing. But he flips it over and he goes, what I think is, as long as nothing else wakes up, this is fixable. Without
So-
having to capture the rest of the legends, right? Because capturing a legend, obviously an impossible task that no one's managed to do on their own before. But
Bill. Bill.
Sorry.
You know what?
need
I'm
to
gonna let
get
you
through
finish.
one
I'm gonna let you
lecture.
finish.
I
I'm gonna
need
let
to
you
get
finish.
through one lecture.
I'm so sorry. Yes, sir. Get through. I'm so sorry. Go on.
So-
I'm just gonna put a
You said,
general
"I'll let
asterisk
you
mark on your
finish."
whole presentation. If you
I'm
could.
assuming there is
Okay.
gaffer tape somewhere in the room. I can just grab it and put my mouth.
You know what it is? You know what it is? He's been doing all this research offline, and he hasn't reconnected to the internet to get updated live
Yeah.
information to
Yeah.
be like, oh, this is out. This is an old system. I gotta update my software. This
You get
is
his phone
not-
off of Eevee, you just turn off airplane mode, and it just vibrates
That's
off
what
the
it
table.
is. Yeah, it's on the
But obviously, if I realized that Moltres was the one that wasn't awoken, and there was this
Pidgeot
other, you said Regice. It's one of the. That's the golem. That's the yeah.
Yeah.
With wait, you see he's like absorbing information. He starts like typing. Okay, good to know. So what I was thinking, as long as this, and he kind of like points at like the Silver Mountains area, doesn't do anything, this is fixable with resources that people have, right? So, essentially, if you look here, here, and here, I need more atmospheric data. There's only so much I can get from here, and unfortunately, not everyone has as high-tech equipment as I have, so when I've reached out to like local areas and ranger bases, they've also been so busy for some reason. I don't know why they've been so busy. But I need more atmospheric data, because if you see here, here, and here, and this is just in the area around Celadon, I think if we are able to, and you're now in on this, by the way, you're in the we on this. I'm taking, Seth, you're gonna do this for me too.
You're in the we. We
You're
were
in the
bringing
we.
you information.
So basically, as long as Moltres isn't captured or released, I can stabilize this with some decently strong Pokemon, delivering the ideal amounts of heat, cold, humidity, and electricity in the correct amounts at the right places at the right time. The weather could even out and we could dissipate these pressure systems.
Who
If
else
it
have you
doesn't-
told this?
That too.
Those two.
So the
And you see
Rangers
Noah
haven't
goes,
done
and
this yet.
obviously we're not comfortable traveling yet, so I've been rearing to get for a couple days, but we're not quite strong enough yet.
I throw a glance
it?
over to Nell real quick.
No, it's kind of like, once again, it's kind of like,
Okay.
but I need more atmospheric data because I think I can even out the area around Celadon for a little, or Cerulean. Jesus, I said Celadon. I am tired. Cerulean. But I need all of this area, and he sort of just circles everywhere from like the bottom of Cerulean all the way over to almost the other end of the country and back down to the Southern Ocean and then back up.
Okay. I have some thoughts.
Is this
And
the
a couple of
question portion?
suggestions, I hope. Yes, you know what?
Okay.
Questions, suggestions, asterisks, notes.
Got it. okay.
Excellent. It is at
Funny
this
comments.
point that Coryne looks at Seth and just starts going down a list of things that Bill doesn't know that corroborate.
You gotta look
with
at the
story.
camera. I can't see you.
So it's
On the
like
sheet.
the red Pokeball that captured Articuno.
Mhm.
She throws that in there. She doesn't go into details, but she's just saying like
As
a
you start
legendary
talking,
was captured.
Bill like grabs you slightly by the hand and lifts you up from your chair and just puts an Expo dry erase marker into it and puts you up at the board to have you write while you're doing things.
Yeah. And then as Coryne is doing this, if any of the rest of her friends throw in info, she like tacks it off to the side and like starts writing notes about that.
He hands a yellow one to DJ and a green one to Gavin as he's like, go ahead and just add in things as you want.
I do the whole thing of like, is Armand Kingsley piece of shit in like parentheses, and then like Reggie's probably selling them to the other things. We had the first red one captured Cresselia off on the side, and then he's gonna mark down all the places where the other Reggie tombs are.
Okay. We'll pull back out the map for you guys to be able to mark things on there.
And then
DJ, did you have another comment? I saw your hand up. Go for a second.
DJ's gonna look at the piece of chalk or the marker or whatever,
Yeah,
look at it,
the Expo marker.
put it down gently, and just scoop up Eevee. And while they're like writing all of this, DJ will walk up next to Bill and just go, "And what's this little princess's name?"
My demonic little demon girl, yes. And he leans over
I
and
love
he does
her.
the thing, and you see the Eevee's paws go, and just like, this is obviously an Eevee that's on like the younger side of things. And he kind of leans down and goes, honestly, haven't settled on one yet. We're gonna figure it out. She's only 3 months old.
She's so cute. I love her. And then she's gonna look back at Noah and Nels and go, or specifically at Noah and say, "Would Diesel like some scritches?"
You see that he is still absorbing. He's like, eyes are still like looking like saucers at this fucking.
I'm assuming
like,
Diesel is still
information.
out too.
Diesel is still out. So like Noah's like, and Diesel just goes dunk, 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 dunk.
Yes! And so I've got Eevee in one arm doing like the scritchies with like holding Eevee like a football, like the little chin scritchies with your hand, and then kneels down and with the other hand is scratching Diesel on the tummy. And DJ, because she has no other relevant information to pass off besides what Gavin and Coryne have, is just love and life.
Okay. And then before we pop back to Coryne and Gavin, as you guys are writing these things down on the board and everything, Seth, you hear a ding 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 on the machine that you're like looking into, and honestly, it looked like one of those like the like retina like cameras that they use at like doctors' offices. But you don't see like a printout of your retina. Instead, you see just like what looks like a graph of some kind.
Seismograph thing.
Oh yeah, almost like a seismograph, but it's like it doesn't have like the big wide arm. It has like a little like pen that goes. And he kind of like rips off the paper and kind of looks at it, and he's like, grabs your face. I don't know what this means.
Oh. Okay.
The bones tell me nothing.
Do me a favor. Stay there. Don't move. Eevee, stay on that side of the room. From like the arms. Don't come on this side of the room. And then he kind of walks over, opens up a safe underneath one of the cabinets and pulls out a like glowing crystal stone, very similar to some that you've seen and may have put back after stealing from Pichu, as there is a thunderstone that he's pulled out. It's like an off green yellow color with a living lightning bolt trapped in it. And he kind of walks over to the side of like Seth and he goes, open your eyes. And he sort of wide. Okay. And he sort of like takes it and he sort of like drifts it. And those of you looking at Seth can see like the little gold flecks like start to glow in proximity to like when he waves the thunderstone over him.
What does that mean?
Whoa.
You're not allowed to touch my Eevee.
Why?
I think you might, in some capacity, be similar to a thunderstone in that you seem to have just a captured charge of some kind in you right now. So don't touch my Eevee. I don't want another Jolteon.
Okay. How many Jolteon do you have?
I had to get rid of the last 3.
They're powering his whole house.
Yeah.
No,
okay.
nothing like that.
Breathe.
My spare time hobby is raising luxury EVs into Pokemon for households that don't necessarily battle.
Interesting. Okay, well, I'll stay away then.
Kid, next time you'll take a selfie with a legendary for me.
Yeah, technology wasn't really working in the power plant when that was happening. On account of
It was in the power plant. That actually makes a lot of sense. I didn't even think about that.
the power plant happening.
Yeah.
So at this
Yeah.
point, I grab Seth's arm and I pull him over to the whiteboard and I stick the marker in his hand and I'm like, Zapdos entire experience, go.
I draw a sick picture of Zapdos, and then I draw all of us, and we're all like flexing. We have really big muscles, and then we draw all the bad guys tied up, like how they get like how they tie up people in cartoons and they put them on train
with
tracks,
just
like
the
that.
ropes, like
The
that.
ropes just
Yeah.
around them, yeah. But it's all of them, and it's like losers.
Very
and they're, like,
Scooby-Doo
winners.
style.
Yeah. And then a really dumb, stupid picture of Perry that says "evil."
And as you finish the L on evil,
Question
it adds
mark?
a little exclamation, or
Stinky
the little
lines.
question mark and an
The
exclamation
L
mark.
in evil is backwards.
There's a
Yeah.
moment where you guys turn to start like explaining the board of like you've written everything down, and he just kind of looks at it and goes, "Okay, I'm caught up."
Okay.
Damn.
So another thing too, and it's again, you can look at this stuff later, but it's more of the trimmed notes of it. Bowie phone.
Very similar to the EV you saw earlier. Handed to you guys.
And I'm gonna pull up the documents from the Giovanni crypt.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh.
Airdrop him.
Okay.
If we think this is I'm floating out of the scene for a moment, gang. What do we think?
I
This
trust
is
Bill
players talking to
implicitly.
players.
This is players
I-
talking to players. I trust Bill.
I trust Bill as well. I don't think.
Do you not trust Noah and Nels? Should we
We
kill
trusted Perry.
Oh, I don't like that you said that.
them? Okay.
Let's.
I
Kill
mean,
Noah
Just
and
putting it
Nell.
out there.
I-
We
no!
trusted
I've known.
Perry.
Okay. I've known Bill all of my life. Perry, a week.
I've known Noah and Nels for a really long time.
You knew Graham a
And
long
Perry,
time too.
a week.
Yeah,
She
but
also
we knew Graham
was a
was an
piece of shit
asshole.
for
Yeah.
a long time.
That's fair. That's a
Which,
good rebuttal.
speaking of, I gotta get around it.
Yeah.
I would just
My-
be cautious because we haven't heard back from your mom on whether we should have even told him all of this.
Well, that ship kind of is sailing.
Right.
Not my
What
mom.
did I get any notification from my mom? We're in the same time zone area. I don't know.
It's just a thumbs up on the text.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
okay.
We're good.
Then yeah, go for it.
Yeah, it wasn't a response. It was just the
I'm
you get the vibe.
terrified of Alicia Wake. So as long as
Already doesn't like
as long
me,
as
so
she
I'm
gives
good.
the thumbs up, we're good.
I'll be 100% real. In
I
retrospect,
just want her to love me.
you have to remember that Alicia Wake knew where you were going and knew what group of people was going.
Oh, that's fair. I forgot.
You gotta remember that. She knew that you four, the people least able to keep a secret ever, were going to this madman's house.
That's very
Well-
fair. That's very fair.
Look,
Yeah,
Bill's
so-
crazy matches are crazy. He hasn't told us, hey, stay away from that dangerous stuff yet.
He said, "I'm actually gonna need you guys to get more data for me." So
yeah,
get in
actually
there.
get closer.
Go
Take a picture.
towards
He
the
actually did
dangerous stuff.
actively say
Take a
that.
selfie.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we'll show him those, and we'll basically I'll skim through and be like, we found a bunch of these documents and blah blah blah. But I'll stop over the ones that are relevant to his presentation, unless he sees one that's more important that stands out to him. Okay.
He
What do you-
sort of just like
All right.
slowly pulls the phone out of
Okay.
your hands.
All right.
Does Bill
Can you
seem
use
like
that?
he's seen these before?
Where did you get these?
Oh shit. Okay, that okay.
So
Where?
we also are keepers and holders
Because
of
we're the
knowledge.
coolest.
This
We
is
meet
the
a lot of
most
people.
complete series of legends I've ever seen in my life. Whoever put these together is an asshole.
Why?
Oh,
Because-
why?
Because they're being hoarded in a crypt somewhere.
So, do you know the name Giovanni?
Oh,
I
that
take
takes me
it.
back.
I take it
Does that
that's
ring a
one of
bell?
those names that you were referencing earlier.
Oh yeah. I mean, everybody just kind of assumes he's dead, but he never went to jail.
So
There
we
was a
found
big
this
scare in Johto a few years ago.
in a grave that said Giovanni.
And by a few, I mean, it was probably at least 4. Ooh, no. Oh my god, that was 17 years ago.
Bill, we've got to work on your time awareness.
Yeah. Well, first off, let's just fix the watch thing. Can someone do that? I don't know how.
Nels leans over and just goes, blink, and it just resets to the Wi-Fi time because it's a smartwatch.
Oh, I thought it was
my
an analog.
God.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
This is all reminding me. Hey, Bill, you're the smartest person I've ever met. This is probably better off in your hands. I pull out the collector's book.
It's finally came back up. Holy shit. Okay, sorry. I've been waiting for Bernie to deal with this fucking item. Torie, I gave this in the 20s in terms of episode. This is total episode number 86.
I know.
That was
this is actually
60 episodes ago.
Here you go,
Number
Dungeon
80.
Master or Game Master, Pokemon Professor. Have it back.
Seth, were you about to show off what actual session it is?
Yeah, 80.
80. Holy shit.
This is episode 80?
That's
Session 80.
crazy.
Episode
Session
80, everybody. Wow.
Yeah, we've done more
Wow.
recordings, but they're
Yeah,
not
yeah.
of the
Yeah.
timeline.
Holy
This is
shit.
book full of Pokemon stuff. It'd be probably more of interest to you.
Yeah.
Okay,
This was a
did not come
different
from the same
rocket
place.
base. Different rocket base than the one that was below Pallet, which it technically is
Oh.
still below Pallet if you're talking Lavender Town.
I know this guy
but it
too.
or not
Oh, he
Lavender
is
Town,
in jail.
Cinnabar.
Who is that guy?
Funnily enough, he's in jail after having tried to capture Moltres, Zapdos, and Articuno. Not the 3 real ones, not the 3 prime ones, but some of the smaller ones. Yeah.
And his name is...
I couldn't tell you.
What the...
Oh.
Bill!
Ew.
He just goes by the Collector, and he was kind of a pompous asshole.
I mean, that sounds about right.
Yeah. Couldn't tell. You could probably look it up. I don't remember his name though. Guys, I'm in a project, and then you give me the. I want to work on.
How are we supposed
also-
to know? I haven't seen you.
But then there's this info. And you see, he's doing the thing of he's locked in on a hyperfixation, but you're giving him 2 brand new ones, 2 shiny new things to look
We could
at.
help if. Do you happen to have a? Oh, what was it? Who was it that said it? Do you have a TM for? I get an old one. Teleport. So we can get you the files just in Lavender Town. We just got to go to Lavender Town for 2 seconds.
We can also do the
Yeah.
I guess set up those things you need
I'm
setting
sure
up.
you have one.
How
Pokemon
did you
around
know
here
that I
somewhere.
came across one of those?
You do?
How
Did you actually?
know?
I sniped that.
How
What the
did
heck?
you
That's
know?
crazy. I just figured you'd have it.
I, Aaron, am upset looking at my nose. That was gonna be a reveal. I'm so
Torie.
upset that's where I'm
That's
gonna end
funny.
the episode for the day.
You're welcome, audience. We don't have to do any more traversal.
Sore loser.
Guys, if you want to end a session early, call out your DMs, whatever they're going to be doing. Call out the
You
plan.
piece of shit. God damn it.
Gimme.
Thank you
On the
so
next
much for
episode
joining
of
us on
Unbeatable.
today's
No
episode
scope.
of Unbeatable.
See you later.
That's crazy.
Thank you for watching. This episode of Unbeatable has been brought to you by the members of our Patreon. Specifically, thank you Brandon Bucking for supporting us. Our patrons see episodes early and get access to our Discord, where we interact with our community and gather questions for our monthly Q&As. See you next time, and stay unbeatable.
I am unbeatable. I'll train until I meet my goal. If stakes are high, no, I won't fold because I am unbeatable. Earning every badge, whatever it takes. I'm gonna be the best trainer. You just wait, and I know the road ahead looks like it won't be easy. I am unbeatable. Standing by my side, got my friends with me to explore a whole world of possibilities. But no matter what the challenge is, we can overcome it together. Because we are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold because we are unbeatable. We are unbeatable, we'll train until we meet our goal. If stakes are high, no, we won't fold because we are unbeatable.